Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video guys, I will show you a animated GIF editor that I developed with live preview. So this editor will allow you to edit your GIF animated files, which are short video files which are there. So this is the actual interface, and we basically developed this using FFMPEG and a library, third-party library that I will show you. This is the actual application that you can see on your screen. So here you need to select your any GIF file. This is actual file. So let me select this file. So you will see as you select the file, it is a entirely client side application. No files are uploaded to the server. So basically as you select the file, it is just stays in the browser itself. And now as you select the file here, you can basically perform all these operations. You can basically change the color of this GIF animation. Let's suppose if you want to change it to black and white. Now you can see that colored GIF animation has been changed to grayscale, and now you can basically download your result as an attachment. So now if you open this animation, you will basically now see this has been changed to a grayscale black and white GIF animation. And let's suppose if you want to convert this into threshold, then also it's very easy guys. These are the operations that you can perform. And then if you want to resize this GIF animation, 128 width, 128 height. So here you need to provide the dimensions for the width and the height of the animation. Click on resize, and now you will basically see your GIF animation will be successfully resized, and you can download it. You can see that. So it's a very good tool that I developed guys in the browser itself. You don't need third-party software to actually edit your GIF files. It's a fully fledged GIF editor which allows you to perform all these operations on a simple GIF file. You can even crop a particular section. Let's suppose we have this GIF animation. We need to crop a particular section in the GIF animation. We can basically use this mouse here, and we can drag and drop whichever section that we want to crop here. And we can basically, let's suppose I only want to crop this portion of the animation. So I can simply select it, just select the portion, and then click on crop. So as you click crop section guys, you will see the rest of the portion has been successfully cropped. You are simply seeing the face of the cat, and rest of the portion has been successfully cropped. And this will significantly reduce the size of the GIF animation, and also it will only show the part that you want in the GIF animation. And basically you can crop the section, whatever section that you want, by using this mouse here. Simply click crop, and once again your section will be cropped here. So in this way guys, you can see how easy it is. You can basically resize, change the color, and you can snap it to the center. Aspect ratio, you can change it to landscape, and then crop. So various custom portrait 9:16. If you're uploading it to Instagram, then basically it will do it in the portrait mode. You can see that. So as you select it, so it will change it to portrait mode here, like this. Just select here. So now you can see that. So you can provide here custom. So whatever you select right here, it will be cropped right here. You can see that. And now I basically come to the compress. If you want to compress a large size GIF animation, if you have, you can basically use the compression here. And basically inside this application here, we can have low compression, medium compression, high compression. If you select high compression, you just need to provide the amount here. So it comes, I think you can select the value from 0 to 100. Let's suppose if I say 50, click on compress. It will take some time, and it will actually compress the size of the GIF animation, and then it will show you the GIF animation, and then you can download it. So it will take some time, and after that you can see that. So it basically, you can see, reduced this animation 6.14 megabytes to 4.01 megabytes. So it basically reduced the size of this GIF animation, and then you can basically download. You can see the size is now become 4 megabytes. So in this case guys, if you do want to reduce the size of the GIF animation, you can do this as well. And then the very important part, guys, if you want to extract the images from a GIF animation, export the frames, you can basically select this portion, export frames. And now what will it will do, it will automatically capture all the frames in the GIF animation. It will convert the video into series of images that you see in the GIF animation. So particular image, you can open this right here. So one, it's basically comprised the GIF animation from these series of images, and we are basically animating these images to form a GIF animation. So we are actually uh, take the snapshot of each frame and converted that to frames. So in this way, guys, this also supports this also, which actually converts your GIF animation into a series of frames. And then we have histogram, and if you just increase, just it will exactly tell you which colors are dominating here in histogram. If you want to calculate in the GIF animation which colors are dominating here, so it will tell you the dominant colors which are there in the GIF animation. This is also a very handy tool if you want to use. And then in info here, if you want to have additional information, it will tell you exact images in the GIF animation, which is 94 images, logical screen conclusion, all that stuff is basically printed out, which is the information related to GIF animation. So all these things are printed out. Then we can even rotate the GIF animation 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degrees. So if I want to rotate this animation, you will see that I can rotate this GIF animation. So all the operations, guys, that you want to perform, you can perform it right in the browser. You don't need any third-party software. Then if I want to say 180 degree, so you will see that it will rotate 180 degree, 270 degree. Now you can see that it will rotate 270 degree. This is the rotation part. And if you do want to control the speed of this, you can even control the speed as well. So let's suppose you just need to provide the speed in numbers. So if you increase the speed, let's suppose if I provide 15, so it will slow down the animation, and you will see the animation will be slightly slower, very slow, because we have provided large value here, which is 15. If I provide here less value, which is 1, the animation will run faster. You will see that very fast. If I change speed, the animation will be very fast. And this is the actual thing, guys. If you want this source code, guys, of this animation of this project, the link is given in the description of the video. You can directly purchase the full source code of this project. After that, you will actually get a zip file which will actually contain this HTML, CSS and JavaScript code, and you will be able to download the file from Google Drive after the payment is done, and you will be able to extract the from the zip file. And this is actual directory structure is there. We are actually using the FFMPEG basically library in the browser, and also we are using gifsicle library. These two libraries that we are using, guys, both these libraries are open source. FFmpeg, if you don't know, it's basically, we can even flip the animation as well, horizontal flip, vertical flip, like this. If you don't know about FFmpeg, guys, it's a video and audio processing library. It has its own website. It's completely cross-platform, available for both the Windows, Mac, and but we are using it as a CDN, so you don't need FFmpeg installed inside your system. So we are directly using it in the browser, so you don't need to install FFmpeg to work it. So I'm just showing you for the reference. And the second package is again a third-party library, JavaScript library, open source JavaScript and Node.js package, 510 weekly downloads, 1000. It's a very popular package, and this allows you to actually animate your GIF, edit it, perform all these operations, which is rotating, scaling it, or trimming it, cropping the GIF, changing speed, rotating the GIF. All these operations that I'm showing you, we are performing it using this library alongside with FFmpeg. This is the actual package, npmi. So we are actually using the CDN, which we are directly using it in the browser. So this is actual application, guys. Now let me walk you through how I coded this application, the interface, how it looks. And as I already told you, guys, this is entirely coded in HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and no server-side code is involved in this. So if you are purchasing it, you can directly host it inside your website. you will get full commercial rights to actually use this application and earn revenue, because users will enjoy this application. They don't need third-party software, and your website will rank if you basically purchase this source code, and you will be able to get a lot of things. This is a very cool little project where you will allow the user to actually perform all these operations, cool little operations, change the color of the GIF animation, resize it to a particular size. So all these cool little operations, you can perform it, and you will be able to learn a lot of things. So first of all, guys, let me show you how I did this, and little bit, let me explain you the code as well, very little bit, because it's a massive application, so I can't write or I can't explain everything, but I will try my best to actually explain you the overview. So basically, guys, as I show you, these are the actual navigation buttons that you see right here. If I just uh, delete these buttons, so you will basically see all the buttons will go away, which are basically appearing on the top here. So one such button, let me show you. So we are actually using the custom CSS. So we have styled all these classes in the CSS. So we are providing button, navigation button, and the attribute data app. But this is actually a for the color. So here we can simply say color. So if you just add this now, this button is disabled by default. You do need to select your GIF file before you do this anything. So same goes with the other buttons, guys, which is for the resize, crop, compress. So these are different buttons here. This one is for resize, and this data app will change to resize, and this one is for crop, and here we will basically give it an ID here, which is crop button. This is crop. You can see that, so three buttons are added. So the fourth one basically is for compressing the GIF animation. So next one is if you want to export the GIF to the images, so like this, and this is frames. Next one, if you want to show a histogram of the GIF animation. So these are all the buttons, guys, which are there. So what I will do, I will copy this, paste it all this, so you don't need to waste time. I just explained you, basically these are the actual buttons which are there in the HTML, which actually controls all this functionality. So if you see now, all these buttons are there. After this, guys, we are basically having, let me explain you for the, as you select my, if I basically select my GIF file, as this is selected successfully, so now these buttons are activated. So if I just click this color button right here, this menu will appear. These two buttons will be there. So how they are appearing right here, if you see, basically this is the code responsible for this. So here, if you see, now if I select my GIF animation and click on this, nothing is there right here, because we deleted the code for this. So right here, what we are doing it, we are showing a menu here to the user whenever they click on this button. After this, select our GIF file. So inside this, what we are actually showing to the user is a simple UI. This UI will contain two buttons. First button is responsible for converting, allowing the user to convert the GIF animation for grayscale. Grayscale simply means black and white. So we are giving a default button right here. Button, default button. So after this, the second button in this will be the threshold. Again, same classes we are giving default button. So these all classes we have styled it inside CSS. So if you just now see, so these two buttons will appear as we select, you will see that. So it is appearing on the same different times. So we just need to add this uh, app underscore color, app underscore color class is equal to app. Oh, sorry, this needs to be underscore, not hyphen. So now you can see this is the actual interface which is appearing. So now I will be showing you the actual code, guys, which will transform my image to a black and white GIF animation. So as I basically click this button, we will actually make a JavaScript code for this. It is saying that this resultant UI. Okay, we do also need to have a image tag right here, guys, where we will actually show the live preview to the user whenever the result is there. So right here, we will have a class of image underscore wrapper. Inside this tag, we will actually show the output to the user. So this will be result underscore GIF. This is actual class we need to give here to the image, which is result underscore GIF, and we will also give it an ID here, which is result underscore color. So here we will actually show the result to the user. And now I will actually show you the actual JavaScript code that I written for this, which is included in the script section, which is the color.js. So for all the operations that you see, guys, changing the speed, it has its own JavaScript file. For changing the color, it has its own file. Compressing, cropping, flipping, exporting GIF to frames, all these files have their own JavaScript files. So I just basically uh, encapsulated the application into different modules. So I haven't written entire code in a single file. So it's good practice to split the code into multiple files. So we are now be using this, showing you step by step how I did this for changing the GIF animation color to black and white. So first of all, guys, we need to import our file, which is the library that I showed you at the starting, which is gifsicle run, this package from this file gifsicle. So we basically imported the library that we will be using for this, and then we will get the references of all the HTML elements, result error, then the download button. So once the processing is done, we will actually click this button to actually download the GIF file. After that, we will actually get uh, the actual time which took to actually, we will print the number of seconds it took to for the processing by using this element, and then done area. We will also show a done message to the user that your processing has been done. So it's good for user interaction and for the application. And now we will actually submit our response. We will add an event listener first of all to this grayscale button. So once the user clicks this button, we will add this event listener. Inside this callback function, the very first thing we do, we call a function which is handle click, and we pass as an argument which is gray. Now we just need to define this function, and we will basically define a function here which is handle click, and this will actually take a color map. Either it can be gray or it can be this color. If you press the second button, which is in this case is threshold, so that it's BW. So in both cases we are calling the same function, which is handle click, and now I will basically process my GIF animation. So inside this we will say document dot get element by ID, which is preview image, and then we will actually get the file name by using preview image dot dataset. So after this guys, we will actually do our processing result time. These two things will be coming from this operation await, because we can use it in an async function, and await we will do this, call this function gifsicle run, and it basically pass some options here. First is the blob URL. It will preview image source, and then put a comma, and then the file name, actual file name. We can directly pass it. As you can see, we are passing it. Just make sure it is file name. The third parameter guys is the actual command, and you can see that this is actual command that we are using, dash dash use dash color map, and then followed by the actual color map that the user passed, and the actual output file name, like this file name that you passed is having its output. So after you do this guys, what we need to do, we now need to add the image to the result. We can say result URL, and then you can create an object URL, create object URL, which is results 0, and after this we can simply say result give source result URL, and then also download button, you can say href result URL. And for downloading the GIF animation, we are doing this process for, there is a download button, download with the actual file name. And we can also print out the number of seconds it took by time value inner text. You will display the number of times in seconds, and also the done message. So we can basically print out this display to be flex. So this is the actual code here guys. So if you refresh your application and try to select uh, the GIF file, click on grayscale. So now what will do, it will actually change this to black and white. Just wait. Uh, just wait. I think I made some mistake here. This is actual problem guys with live coding. Mistakes can happen sometimes. So just bear me. Let me. Mistakes can happen guys. So it's part of the job. And I think we are missing the color map as an argument. Color map, we are passing it. We paste it here. I think I made a mistake in the import process. So now if I refresh it, select my file, change the color. Now you can see that it is working. So I think I've just made a mistake earlier on. If you see in the import process, I made a mistake here. We also need to put .js right here at the very top. While importing it, we do need to put here .js. So just put .js and then your application will work. Just select color, grayscale. Mm, uh, some other error. File name is not defined. Okay, file name, sorry, capital N. Guys, I'm telling you, mistakes will happen. File name. In coding, if you don't make mistakes, then you are not doing the right thing. In order to be successful, you do need to make mistakes, and then work on those mistakes if you want to be better on coding. So you will see the GIF animation is changed from colored animation to colored one to black and white. So it is grayscale. So same goes with the threshold. If you have pressed threshold, we are passing different arguments. So this is called as threshold. And now I will need to show a button guys also right here at the very bottom to actually download my thing. So if you want to show the download button as well, so right here, if you see, We are also just showing this download button that you see right here, but that download button is not showing up. So what we are doing something wrong here. If you see right here, for the colored one, we also need to have a download button for this. I think, yeah. Just after this image tag, we in the diff section, we do need to have a ID here, which is done area color. This will actually show you the message if the processing is successful. Also show you how much time it took for the processing to take place. And then we will have an anchor tag for download button color. And we will basically give it a class here of btn default btn, and it will basically open it in a different window which is target blank. And here uh, we will simply here say download result, and then in the paragraph we will basically show how much seconds it took, basically done in span tag, and then give it an ID which is time color, time underscore color, and this will be this value will be in millisecond, so just make sure that you write ms. So 1000 millisecond is equal to 1 second, so that value is in milliseconds. So if you see now, there will be this message printed out done in this much of millisecond, which is less than 1 second. The processing is very faster using this libraries. This application is very fast. Click on that, and now your result will be downloaded as well. So this is one operation, guys. Similarly, we have repeated this for every operations. The command is slightly different. The rest of the process remains the same. If you check out the rest of the files for cropping it, you will see all the code remains the same. We are importing this package, and then we are actually changing the command here. We are taking this blob URL file name. Command is slightly different for each operation, cropping it, rotating it. The commands are different, but the structure of the application remains constant. So if you like this video, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and if you need this source code, the link is given in the description. You can directly purchase the full source code, and you will get your zip file. And thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next video.